What up? 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 What's good, people? What is up? What is? They went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties, and these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's Meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's how I do theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to stop. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, and she found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he would start talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably up in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Yala Van Zap's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. And Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the three kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Hit me up in my DMs. I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
All right. Hello. I am here. I know I am off camera. I'm probably going to stay off for maybe the first half of the show. Just to show y'all that I'm here. I'm here. I am here. Live and in the flesh. My problem is I can't feel the whole bottom half of my mouth because I went to the dentist and they did some work on the bottom half of my mouth and put like Novocaine and all of that stuff, where they stab you up. And so I can't feel my lip. I can't feel my jaw. It's just a mess. I just tried to take a drink of lemonade. That didn't go well because now there's lemonade dribbling down my chin. Hold on. Mess. Just a mess. Just a damn mess. So if I sound weird, that's because it's hard to pronunciate when you can't feel your lip. And what's so interesting is I was coming back from that appointment. I was trying to, as I was stuck in some traffic. I was trying to look up, stories to put in the dossier. Um, and child, we have a light dossier today. Let's just put it like that. The dossier today is very, 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 very light. Yeah. Which is never good. Y'all like it when the dossier is light. When the dossier is light, I feel like I go over time, and yeah, it's just a mess. Just a damn mess. Just a damn mess. Anyway, nevertheless, we are here. Okay. We are here. Y'all did not come here to hear me bitch and moan and complain about what I got going on. Y'all are here to get the information, get the news that you can use, and I am here to bring it to you. So let's get this party started. Let me say hey to y'all, and then we should be ready to go from there. Let's see who done rolled up in here. Hold on. Let me see. We start off, we got Karen D, who is first. Hey Karen. We got Tracy W, Pinky Tiki. Who else we got in here? Crazy Home Body Girl. We got Precious Jewel. What's going on? We got Demetria. Hey Demetria. Hey Tanya Boo. We got Candace F, Universal Goddess. Hey Boo. We got Jason. What's good, bruh? Hey Lock Queen. Tacos and Tequila is here. Listen, I wish it was Trey that had my mouth all jacked up. Child. You did same thing happened to you, crazy home about child. I'm over here struggling. And what's so weird is it looks normal. Like when I look at mm, mm. When I look at my mouth, it feels like my lip is normal, but the way it feels, it's like my lip is taking up my whole bottom half of my face. That's the way it feels. Mm. Hey, Janae. Terrence, what's good, bro? Child. I can handle myself. Trey, don't get my mouth all jacked up like this. I'm a professional. Okay? I can handle the big guns. I can handle the shoulder boulder mountain holders. Okay? I'm a professional. I don't have no gag reflex around these parts. Y'all think I am? Just saying. Yeah. Y'all see how they tried me? Talk about trade had me jacked up. Trade wish. Hey Dorothy, what's going on, boo? I'm all right, Dorothy. I'm just waiting for the Novocaine to wear off. Okay. I'm not gonna let you watch me dribbling this damn lemonade. Carl, what's going on from across the pond? How you doing today? Okay. Child, yeah, it's a no on snacks. They said at least until the Novocaine wears off. So yeah. Uh 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 and uh and look who we got here. Look who we got here. Coming to us all the way from the ghetto. We got Chef Don. Chef, when am I gonna get my walk up music for your channel? Y'all see how he be doing me? Y'all see how he be doing me? Girl. Hey, drinks with D. I'm drinking on some lemonade right now as best as I can. Hold on. Oh, okay. I didn't have that much come out this time. I just can't feel my lip. It's so horrible. Mm. Mm. Child. Yeah, they told me I can't eat till they go down. There ain't no slobber cam over here. Mm-mm. Nope. Hey, Complex 613. Mm. Child, I could go for a cold beer right now, Karen. Hey, Tracy. Look at Tracy. You still on the cruise? Child, I need to be with Tracy. Oh, what you trying to call me? Oh, see, this is what I be talking about. See, he said he gonna play the Golden Girls for me. He trying to call me. Oh, y'all see how he doing me? He ain't right. He is not right. Anyway, how y'all doing? Everybody okay? Um, yeah. If you're ready to get this party started, go ahead and put a shondo in the chat. Let me know you ready, like you're ready, like I'm ready. I'm really not ready, but yeah. Hey, Sherry. Uh, for those of you wondering, why I'm off the screen, I'm here. I just can't feel my lip. I can't feel it. I can't feel it. Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Mm, 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 mm. I do like that song. Isn't that the Jackson 5? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? Mm, 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 mm. Isn't that the Jackson 5? I thought it was. I could be wrong. Um, okay, we look like we ready. I gotta come off camera. I hate how my lip is looking. I can't feel my lip, y'all. No, no, no. And with that being said, okay, Jermaine was gone by that point. Okay. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary gender conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in your favorite segment. Oh, yes. To help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh, God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major sugar spike.
So loved the world. I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major sugar spike.
And who shall ever believe?
Major sugar spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. So, I told y'all the dossier was light today. So that means we got time to break down some of this stuff today. And our very first story today. Hey, Simera. Child, we did not talk about Jermaine's hair. But you know, Jermaine keep that hair painted on his damn head. You know that hair be painted on that head. I'm not paying you no mind, Tracy. Oh, thank God I'm not on camera because the way I'm dribbling, trying to drink this lemonade. I never knew how important my lips were, until now. Dear God. Anyway, where was I at? I told y'all the dossier is very, very, very light today. So what that means is we can break down a lot of this stuff today. So, our first story today is going to take us a little bit of time. We do need to spend a little time on this first story today. So, the first story today is not Project 2025, but Project 2026. Because yes, there is a Project 2026. Okay, there is a Project 2026. I um I do not want you to be caught off guard. I don't want you to be ill informed. I don't want you out here uh um alarmed when this stuff comes across your desk. I want you to say, nah, we already know about this. El Teddy already told us. We are not surprised. We are quite informed about what's going on here. And and we have already started to prepare. Um we ain't talking about peen, are we? Are we talking about meat? We do like to talk about that quite a bit, but I don't think we were talking about meat this time, Demetria. Now you can introduce the meat into the conversation. We're not gonna, you know, tell you not to. Anyway, um, so the Heritage Foundation has released their Project 2026. Their plan for Project 2026. So let me read this to you. Oh God, I can't even pronounce words right. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord as I try to make it through this article. Okay. The Heritage Foundation released its plan for Project 2026, highlighting the priorities for the prominent conservative think tank. Project 2025 received considerable backlash for advocating for limited government, border security, and tough immigration laws, among other conservative measures. Priorities The priorities listed in the plan for 2026 are as follows: counter the CCP, and the CCP is the Chinese Communist Party. Uh, all right, so it's here are the priorities listed: counter the CCP, eliminate regulation, inflation and eliminate regulation, inflation and spending, end the border and immigration chaos, ensure election integrity. That's the part I'm worried most about. Expand education freedom. Worried about that as well. Restore digital sovereignty. Put family first. That's going to bother me. Root out the deep state and unleash American energy. According to its website, the foundation is fighting to quote, the foundation is quote fighting to restore, end of quote. Quote, conservatives must set the agenda, earn a mandate for that agenda, and govern accordingly, end of quote. And that's a part of the introduction for Project 2026. Also expose US firms lobbying for Chinese clients and work to end the flow of fentanyl from China that is killing 100,000 Americans per year. We will advance policies to confront China's attack on American interests and values, develop a China resistant economy, and ensure our military is prepared to meet any threats China may pose in the future. End of quote. And that's their plan for China. Now, and I'm going to stop after each one. Okay. My issue with that plan is, while they are touting all of this military, wait, I'm buffering. Oh boy. Boy, hold on, let me see here. Can y'all put a 27 27 in the chat if y'all can hear me, please? Please, okay. You can hear me? Okay. All right, good. So let's start off with this China plan. The problem with China is this China plan is they're touting military, 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 military. Um, let's be clear. I don't believe now. While I believe that our military is we have a larger military and a more lethal military than China. Let's be clear. I don't believe that we are fully aware of all I can't any word with a W in it or a Q in it, not Q, but a W or R is bothering me because I can't feel my lip. Oh God. Anyway, I don't think that we are fully aware of all that China has. I think we have a good idea of what China has to offer, but I do not believe that we are fully aware of everything that China has in terms of its military might. The other thing that it's talking about with regard to China and and technology, we are light years behind China on technology. Years ago, we gave up uh, uh, um, where we were technologically in terms of uh, 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 um, computer chips and things that or I should say the infrastructure for technology, a lot of that we abdicated to China and other countries because we didn't want any parts of that. I think in order for us to catch up to China technologically, that's at least 10, 20, 25 years away before we can think about catching up to China technologically. Is this a new Cold War? I don't know. Who's to say? But I think it's going to be a long, long time technologically before we catch up with China. The other thing that I'm going to highlight in this China plan is, according to you all and this administration, the fentanyl is coming from south of the border, right? According to you all, it's Venezuela and Colombia and countries like Mexico and all of the countries in Central and South America that are responsible for all of these fentanyl deaths, right? That's what y'all told us, or that's what you all are claiming while you all are indiscriminately murdering people in the South Caribbean and in the Eastern Pacific. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, 80+% of the fentanyl that comes in this country comes from this country. The vast majority of the fentanyl that we have in this country come from us. But whatever. Now, Terrence says in the defense sector, they can't touch us. However, they have us commercially by at least 25 years. I'm telling you what, if we got into a war, I cannot pronounce any word with the letter W. God be with me. Y'all pray my strength in the Lord. Um, if we went to war with China, the problem I believe that we would have is I believe Russia would join forces with China. I fully believe that Russia would join forces with China. And with their nuclear armament together, that could be a problem. Um, I also believe there are other allies of China that would jump into the fray. For example, I absolutely believe that Iran, if China went to war because of all of the money that China gets from, I mean, that Iran gets from China, I absolutely believe that Iran would join forces with China. Hey, Sharice. Now Chimera includes India. I'm not sure. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if India did, but I'm going to say I think India would not at first. And I think they would look at and count up the cost of what's going to benefit them more and go from there. Now, please be clear. That's the people over in Asia. Let's not forget we have the whole BRICS situation. So I fully believe that other countries on our hemisphere may join with China. I'm just being honest with you. Now you're left to depend on Europe, who you're alienating every day. You're alienating Europe every day. Now, let's be clear. None of these countries by themselves have the military force to compete against ours. But if they all are together, um, then that's a whole different situation. I know they did get fucked by Trump, but India, if they did, I wouldn't be surprised, but they wouldn't be the first ones in it with China. They would have to really think about that and weigh the costs of that. I do think we have a strong ally in Japan, um, and that will go a long way as well. We have a lot of stuff going on in Japan, Philippines, and all of that that area. So we do have allies in the area, but that's just one part. That's just the China part. Okay, I just want and we're going to get to each one of these parts. The next part says eliminate regulation, inflation, and spending. Here's what it says, quote, government spending, regulations, and inflation are a tax on all Americans, especially working families who struggle to make ends meet. Prudent fiscal decisions can enable American families to flourish without politicians and bureaucrats controlling our lives. Reforming environmental and energy regulations will result in more affordable electricity and transportation and attract manufacturing back to America. The Heritage Enterprise will advance a blueprint to reduce the size and scope of the federal government, spend less of our money, and save us from falling off the fiscal cliff. The problem that I have with this one is none of the plans by these people have been able to reduce inflation at all. The other part about this is they're not reducing spending. They're just putting the money in other places because they're reducing spending in some areas to continue to put more money into the military industrial complex, putting more money into funding Israel. You know, the money's going to be spent. They're not going to stop spending money. They're just going to spend it in other places, in other areas. In terms of this ending of regulations, that's going to kill us all. That's going to kill our grandkids. That's going to kill our great grandkids because this slashing of the regulations with the EPA and regulations on all of these corporations is going to get us killed. It's going to cause so many different health issues, so many issues to our environment, so many I mean because we're already at the point of no return with regard to global warming and and the permanent damage that we're doing to this planet. So I certainly believe that that is going to get us all killed. Hey, grown woman, don't try me. Hey, Xavier. Here's the third um, bullet point. In the border and immigration chaos. I ain't gonna even, y'all already, I don't even need to read that. Y'all know what that's about. That's more of the same and digging in harder with what we already see. Mhm. We already know that the Supreme Court is taking up the case to see whether or not this president can end birthright citizenship. That's the fuck shit that is going on in this country right now. Okay. Next bullet point, ensure election integrity. This is the part that I think we're going to need to pay attention to. Here's what they say. Quote, the right to vote in free and fair elections is the most basic civil right. Americans can have confidence in election outcomes only if they trust that the process is fair. Heritage will restore faith in elections and protect the right to vote for all Americans by advocating for common sense reforms at the state and federal level, like requiring proof of U.S. citizenship to vote and ending the practice of ranked choice voting. We will oppose a federal takeover of our elections by Washington elites. End of quote. This is smoke and mirrors. They want Washington to take over federal elections. Like, there's no need for you to write this in your bullet points because guess what? Elections are not on the federal level. Elections are the rights of the states. And the states have the right to decide how they are going to conduct their elections. In one sentence, you said that you want to end the practice of ranked choice voting and require proof of U.S. citizenship to vote. Then in the next sentence, you said that you will oppose a federal takeover of our elections by Washington elites. You can't have it both ways. A state can decide that they don't want to end ranked choice voting. A state also has the right to decide. Uh, 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 first of all, let's be clear. This conspiracy theory or lie about um non-citizens voting is a lie. Complete lie. There are no numbers to support that and back that. None at all. I'll get to this in a second. Volvo. There's nothing to support that and back that at all. At all. Okay. So that's just a scare tactic that they have. They absolutely want the federal government to take over federal elections. Ranked choice voting, I'm completely okay with that. If that works within a specific area, well, then let it. If that is working and that is how a state or local government wants to conduct their elections, have at it. But you dictating that you don't want it because it does not work well for your people and your candidates is a problem. And this is where they're going to try to federalize. They're absolutely coming to federalize elections. That's what they're looking to do. That's exactly what they're looking to do. The next one says expand education freedom. Here's what it says, quote, the education system is failing our children from the scourge of woke ideas like critical race. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back. I was supposed to answer this question for Volvo. I'm sorry. I forgot that fast. My view on birthright citizenship is, let's be clear. Birthright citizenship came right after the Emancipation Proclamation because they knew that what they were going to say is that we aren't citizens because our ancestors came from Africa. And because our ancestors came from Africa, just because we were born here does not give us the right to be called citizens at birth. And so what happened is that's why birthright citizenship came. Now, hear me and hear me good. If you believe that they're only going to try to attach birthright citizenship to the the babies and children of current immigrants, you're reaching. Because if birthright citizenship goes away, I promise you, some racist, bigoted ass politician in the South is going to try to sell the fact that black people are not citizens. I'm telling you that's happening. I'm telling you that that will happen. Y'all might think that's far fetched. Y'all might think, oh, they'd never do that. Really? You really want to tell me what they'd never do? If the Supreme Court says that these people can reconsider birthright citizenship, please don't believe that they're going to stop there. Because birthright citizenships is the foundation to which black men were then allowed to vote. I'm just 13, 14, and 15 went together. So my thought is don't touch any parts of birthright citizenship. And I don't give a shit how upset you are about it. If they were born here, they're a citizen. That's it. That's all. Hmm. Let me go to the next bullet point. That's the education, expand educational freedom. Quote, the education system is failing our children from the scourge of woke ideas like critical race theory and radical gender ideology to the lack of academic excellence and transparency. Parents, not bureaucrats, should be making the decisions about their children's education aligned with their values. Heritage is focused on loosening Washington's grip on K through 12 and higher education. Heritage will work to safeguard parental authority over their children's education, expand universal education choice, protect American taxpayers from bailouts of an academia wholly adrift, and reclaim institutions of higher education from the radical left. Heritage will spearhead reforms at the state level to expand education choice while working to limit federal intervention in education with the goal of ultimately eliminating the Department of Education. End of quote. Y'all see what's happening there, right? What they want to do is they want to eliminate the department. Let me be very clear on what they want. What they want to do is, hey, CK Amelie, these people, hey, Miss Shorty B, they want to eliminate the Department of Education as it currently is. They'd love to put in a federal institution to dictate how education goes and make sure that it's in their favor. Okay. They absolutely want to control education. They want to control it in their favor. They want to make it mandatory that every parent has the choice as long as that choice is their choice. Because they always talk about this mandate for parents to have choices only when that choice is their choice. Because if I'm a parent and says that I'm okay with my child saying that they're trans, then that's a problem for you. But I thought you were here for parents having the right and choice to do what they wanted to do. They absolutely want to eliminate the current Department of Education, but they want to put something else there that will mandate and indoctrinate children the way they want it to go. That's what they want. That's what they want. Let's continue. The next bullet point says restore digital sovereignty. Quote, American tech companies have been a source of amazing achievements for America, but in recent years, big tech has too often behaved as an enemy of the people, actively undermining American greatness. Big tech has interfered with our elections, sought to groom and brainwash our children with perverted left wing ideologies, engaged in anti competitive behavior that stifles innovation, colluded with authoritarian governments, and sided with woke elites to suppress free speech and disproportionately silence conservatives. The Heritage Enterprise will put power back in the hands of the American people by holding big tech accountable, by enforcing antitrust and other laws, and proposing new measures to end its abuses. We will advance laws and regulations that power competition, and cutting edge innovation, making America's tech sector the world's strongest, most competitive, and most attractive for investment, while making it clear that the era of big tech impunity is over. End of quote. That's a crock of bullshit. You do realize that big tech is what has funded the Heritage Foundation. Big tech is what has funded this administration. Big tech seems to be the only ones that are reaping the benefits of everything that's going on right now. You want no problems of reeling in big tech. You just want big tech to fund all of your things and go along with whatever you want. I'm dribbling, baby. Go ahead, baby. I'm dribbling, baby. Go ahead, baby. I cannot drink this lemonade without it dribbling. Hey, Paul. Next bullet point. Put family first. Every child conceived deserves to be born to a married mother and father who will love, guide, and protect them throughout their lives. But family breakdown and rampant abortion tears at the soul of our country and saps at its strength and moral authority. Radical ideologies that deny social and biological truths, about sexual embodiment, marriage, and unborn life poison our courts, our culture, and our laws. The Heritage Enterprise will advance policies at the state and federal level to restore the nuclear family to the center of American life and to reduce both the demand and supply for abortion at all stages of human development with courage and compassion. They're getting rid of abortions. Let's be clear at it in every state, but that first sentence is very telling. They said every child conceived deserves to be born to a married mother and father. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to stop right there. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. All you need to know. Let's continue. I think we got two more. Next one says root out the deep state. Quote, a deep state of unelected bureaucrats and special interest groups regularly bypasses the will of the people by undermining or overriding decisions made by elected officials. This erodes the American public's trust in their own government. Heritage will support the new administration in its effort to assert effective control over the federal bureaucracy, rein in and reform the administrative state, end the abuses to Americans' civil liberties, and restore excellence and efficiency in government operations. Heritage will work to reinvigorate the Constitution's separation of powers, really, and insist on democratic control and accountability in the federal government, for example, by opposing any expansion of authority for independent agencies. Heritage will also fight the power of special interest groups that seek protection from competition in the form of government created cartels and monopolies. End of quote. Heritage, you are the deep state. Let's be clear. You are the deep state. Mhm. You want no parts of a separation of powers. None at all. None at all. Here's the last bullet point. Unleash American energy. Quote, energy fuels human flourishing and is the foundation of the modern economy. Policies that limit oil and natural gas production weaken America's domestic energy production and make it more costly, while requiring the use of solar and wind energy makes America dependent on China, raises electricity costs, disproportionately harms poor people and farmers, and undermines America's economic growth. A historic electricity scarcity crisis is looming on the horizon, threatening reliable and affordable electricity. To avert the crisis, Heritage will advance policies that streamline infrastructure permitting, repeal the toxic renewables subsidies of the Inflation Reduction Act, and reform electricity market regulations. End of quote. I'm trying to figure out how the use of solar and wind energies makes America dependent on China. I'm really trying to figure that out. Can somebody explain that to me? Maybe I just don't know. I'm trying to figure out how solar and wind energy makes us dependent on China. Also, you all are want to repeal the toxic renewable subsidies. What that means is they don't want any regulations on these energy companies that want to spew toxins into the water, into the air, and threaten all of our health. Okay? Y'all are not going to be okay until there's a Chernobyl here on American soil. I promise you. You people will not be okay until there is a Chernobyl like catastrophe here on American soil. Because unregulated, these electricity companies and energy companies are not going to help save us any money. Oh, is that the part that I'm missing, Terrence? I just needed somebody to inform me because I was like, well, what's the part that I'm missing? Okay. But is it a lot of things that we use made in China? I'm just saying. I mean, if you think that that's the only thing making us dependent on China, you're reaching. Because I would venture to tell you the vast majority of the things that we use and make in this country have parts made in China. Yeah, the data centers are causing cancer alleys and stuff all over the place, but they don't want to address that. Let's continue. That was all of them. That was all of it. I'm going to put the link to the article where I found this so that you all can have it and peruse through it yourself. You can also go to the Heritage Foundation um to their website. You can go to their website and find it. If you just need their website because you want to stay informed, here's their website there. If you just need that, because I don't know, you might want to go there. All right. In other sugar spiky news, well, it's not enough that they're bombing boats off the coast of Venezuela. Now, your president is saying that they're open to drug strikes on Mexico and Colombia. Your president has said that he will consider expanding his military campaign against drug targets in countries such as Mexico and Colombia. Since September, he has authorized several strikes in the Caribbean Sea and the Eastern Pacific Ocean on small Venezuelan boats accused of ferrying drugs, as well as a large buildup of U.S. naval forces in the region. In an interview with Politico, he was asked if he would consider expanding strikes against targets in other countries with high drug trade activity, such as Mexico and Colombia. He said, quote, "Sure I would," end of quote. Now we know they've already killed 87 people in 22 known strikes. The key word there is known strikes in the Caribbean Sea and the Eastern Pacific Ocean. That's not going to stop, and I fully expect that they absolutely will start striking boats in Mexico as well as in Colombia. How about I noticed y'all in this Heritage Foundation, according to the Heritage Foundation, if I'm to believe them, China is responsible for a whole bunch of fentanyl coming over here. Y'all ain't bombing them. Y'all want to send some bombs over there, maybe? Oh, y'all ain't y'all wouldn't do that, huh? Y'all know China's about that life. Y'all want to pick on Venezuela and Colombia and Mexico, but y'all wouldn't dare think about doing the same thing to China because China's about that life. Moving on. In the great state of Missouri, um, we got some good news out of Missouri. Organizers challenging Missouri's gerrymandered congressional map say they turned in enough signatures on Tuesday, that's today, to block the map from going into effect and to force a referendum on the map next year. People, not politicians, the main organization behind the effort, said they submitted more than 300,000 signatures to the Secretary of State's office, nearly triple the number required to block the map from going into effect. Missouri's Republican Secretary of State now needs to review the signatures. There's the part that they were worried about. That's why they had to submit more than 3 times the necessary signatures. The last time the citizens of Missouri put signed petitions and had enough signatures to end a ballot measure, or to I'm sorry, to put a ballot measure on the ballot. The um the Republican Secretary of State called into question whether or not the signatures were valid and did not accept, conveniently did not accept just enough signatures to make sure that they didn't have enough for to reach the 100,000 signature threshold. They like to play these types of games. So what this organization did, people, not politicians, what they did was they said, okay, we see how you roll. What we'll do is we'll get 3 times as many signatures as we need. Let's hope that it works, because I told you these people don't mean us well. They don't give a damn. They don't give a damn. In copycat news, that's Governor death sentence. I'm dribbling, baby. Go ahead, baby. All right. Governor death sentence is copying Governor Hot Wheels. Remember, I reported a few weeks ago, I should say, where Governor Hot Wheels in Texas issued an order that declared the Council on American Islamic Relations, or CARE, declared them a foreign terrorist organization. Well, Governor death sentence announced yesterday that Florida would follow suit and declare the organization CARE the Council on American Islamic Relations, a foreign terrorist organization. Now, let's be clear. No governor has the authority or right to declare any entity a foreign terrorist organization. You don't have the authority to do that. But they out here, Governor Hot Wheels and Governor Death Sentence, they out here doing it as if that means anything. Now, CARE has come out. Let's be clear. CARE is one of the few organizations out there that's doing the Lord's work. They send they help when there are cases involving Islamophobia. They send lawyers and counsel out there for them. They provide uh, uh, homes and shelter for Muslims and others who fall on bad times. They have a whole philanthropic wing of them. They do a lot of things in the community to help Muslims and others that fall under that faith and fall under their purview. This is Islamophobia, uh, full stop. That's it. That's all. The reason that I continue to bring this up is they're not going to stop with just an organization like CARE. They're going to go to any other organization that promotes the welfare and well-being on a marginalized group. This is their whole attack on DEI. They start with organizations that they feel is low-hanging fruit, like CARE. Then they're going to go to the Latinx organizations. Then they're going to go to organizations like NAACP, Black Lives Matter, and they're going to attack every group that is here for the welfare and well-being of marginalized groups. That's what's about to happen. So if you think it's going to stop with CARE, you're reaching. That young man that you see right there, that's Dr. Frederick Haynes III. Now, he is the lead pastor of Friendship West Baptist Church down in the Dallas Fort Worth area. He is Jasmine Crockett's pastor. And he has now announced that he's running for the seat that Jasmine Crockett is vacating, the congressional seat that Jasmine Crockett is vacating. He's running for that seat. Now, Friendship West Baptist Church is a huge mega church down to the Dallas area. Okay, real big church. Chef can probably tell you. I don't know if Chef is still here. Chef can probably tell you if you go look it up. It's a huge mega church. Okay, very big church. So, but he's very well received. Everybody, when you talk to people in the Dallas area, he's very well received in that area. The church does a lot of great things for the community. So he's running for Jasmine's congressional seat, and he's announced he's already filled out the paperwork, and so he'll be running for that seat. Oh, there goes Chef. Chef said he is a stand-up guy. It is a large church. Yeah, it's a big church now. I know some people that go to that church. It's nice. It's a nice sized church now. I ain't gonna lie. So here's my the gerrymander changed her district, Carl, and so he's going to run. They changed the map of her district. Didn't remove her district. They actually literally put where she lives into another district besides the district that she currently holds because they gerrymandered the map. I still think that he could possibly win. He is from what I've been looking into him as I was, because I may be doing a candidate profile of him. He's well received by blacks and whites alike. That's the part that I'm looking into, Cymera, to see how progressive he is, because you know me, Cymera, I'm looking for a progressive. Which leads me to Jasmine. Let me say this, okay? Let me give you some advice, Jasmine, okay? Jasmine, I'm hoping and praying, Jasmine, that you have sought the advice and counsel of people uh, uh, um, that mean you well. Do not go to these same strategists that are out there touting all of their years of experience with the Democratic Party. Because if you go with these same strategists that the same regular people that they've been throwing out there the last 10 or 15 years or so, you're going to lose, and it's not going to be close. You, Jasmine, and I love Jasmine down, but Jasmine, they're going to pull your record and call you to the carpet. Jasmine, you got to be ready. You're going to have to speak to your stance on Israel. Jasmine, you've been real open about unfettered support for Israel. That's going to be an issue. I said the same exact thing when Kamala was running. Y'all were here. Y'all were here when I told Kamala the same thing. You cannot come out here as a Democrat and now, especially not in the year of our Lord 2025, and say, yeah, I believe in unfettered support to Israel. Baby, that's a losing strategy. And I don't think you'll make it out of the primary with that strategy, Jasmine. You need to come full out and say, hey, at that time, I felt one way, but now things have changed. Looking at the atmosphere, looking at where we are in the world today, I cannot give my full unfettered and unabridged support to Israel and the genocide of people. If you cannot come out and say that, Jasmine, you need not even run. I'm not going to even hold you, Jasmine. And I love you down. We love you down. But I'm just going to be honest with you, Jasmine. You're going to have to come out here and be full-throated about your stance on Israel. Why? Because if you keep that stance, you know what people like me and others are going to start to believe? We're going to believe that you are taking AIPAC money. And we certainly will be watching to see who's taking AIPAC money. We are. Absolutely the fuck are. Let me tell you something also, Jasmine. Hakeem Jeffries is toxic. I'm just giving you advice, Jasmine. Hakeem Jeffries, Chuck Schumer, Jim Clyburn, Nancy Pelosi, these people are toxic. Look at the races that were run in Virginia. They told them people, stay the fuck away. Look at Zohran's race in New York City. Look at Mikey up in New Jersey. Do not fall for the okie doke. This is 2025, not 1995, Jasmine. This is not business as usual. You can't take some of these hardline, traditional establishment Democratic Party stances and thinking that's going to work. It's not going to work. And if you can't come out and be full-throated about your stance on Israel, you're going to lose to Tallarico. I'm just going to tell you that. And even if you can eke out a win over Tallarico, who is very popular right now and is a progressive, you are going to need Ken Paxton to come out of the I think either way, I hate to be a pessimist, but I'm a realist, y'all. I think if it's Cornyn, I don't think she can beat Cornyn. If it's Ken Paxton that comes out of the Republican primary, I think she can beat Paxton. I don't think she can beat Cornyn. Cornyn is detached enough from, he's more of a centrist Republican, so he can have plausible deniability from his with his attachments to the MAGA nuts over there. He's conservative enough, but centrist enough. So he can be conservative enough to get the MAGA nuts to vote for him, but still centrist enough to where he can get Texas independent voters, because Texas independent voters are very different from independent voters in other states. You got to have somebody in that room that's talking real substantive strategy, Jasmine. And it starts, the first thing that people are going to start to ask you is, what is your stance on Israel? Full-throated. Your next question is, what do you think about democratic socialists? Full-throated. They're going to ask you the hard questions, and you need to have the right answers. If you joscillate on these things, if you whiff on these things, if you have any trepidation, or you pause, they're going to pounce. And if I'm you, Jasmine, I don't even wait for them to ask me the question. I come straight out. Don't wait. I get in front of a microphone tomorrow out and say, let me start right out. Before you ask any question, let me tell you point blank, no, I'm not taking a single dime from AIPAC. And yes, for those people questioning me, because they've already started to put the clips on social media, Jasmine, they're already working against you, boo. You come right out and say, for anybody questioning me, here's my stance on Israel, and lay it out. I'm telling you, Jasmine, because see, what will end up happening is you won't have any position anywhere. You won't be in Congress at all. Your pastor will go and run and win your seat, and you end up with nothing. You end up with nothing. I understand it's a balancing act, Xavier, but Jasmine has to understand that she needs to win the primary. That's her main focus right now. Her focus right now is on the primary, and I'm not sure that she can get out of the primary. I also believe that um I feel like it was too early for her to run for this, and I just really believe that, because if John Cornyn ends up being the Republican nominee for that Senate spot, I don't think Jasmine can beat John Cornyn. He's not as hated in Texas as Rafael Cruz. People in Texas on both sides of the aisle absolutely hate Rafael Cruz. There's not as much hatred for John Cornyn as there is for Rafael Cruz. I'm just saying. So that's just a little bit of, we're going to keep monitoring this race and monitoring the situation. But I just pray that she has the right people in her corner. Baby, let me tell you something, Jasmine. The first time I see you at a campaign rally and Hakeem Jeffries is there, or Chuck Schumer is there, and or Nancy Pelosi or Jim Clyburn, I'm gonna have to drag you, Jasmine. You know, listen, I drag my own people. The people were here when I dog walked my Queen Janet for 45 minutes. Where's Tracy C? She was here. Y'all was here. I dog walked my own Queen Janet Jackson for 45 minutes. Hey, Miss Baythang, please don't believe that I won't come on here and drag you, Jasmine, and I love you down. But I will. Just saying. Will. Moving on. You was here, CK Amelie. Y'all know that hurt me to my heart. But I had to dog walk my queen. But we wish Dr. Haynes the best. I hope he wins. Charlamagne the God is beefing with Zohran. So Charlamagne the God, let me just read this to you and then we can add our commentary on the end. Charlamagne the God criticized New York City Mayor-elect Zohran Mamdani's messaging around President Trump, with whom Mamdani recently had a cordial meeting. On a podcast, on the Press Club and Kobe Hall podcast, Charlamagne said, quote, if you're, Joe Biden and you say Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, but then when Donald Trump wins the presidency, you standing outside the White House saying, welcome home. Or if you Zohran Mamdani and you say Donald Trump is a fascist, but then you're saying you can work with a fascist. And I'm like, well, that's not how fascism works. Never in the history of mankind has somebody worked with a fascist and it worked. Like, that's actually how you normalize fascism. What that does is, number one, it makes those words mean absolutely nothing. End of quote. I can't say that I disagree with Charlamagne completely. I mean, I hear what you're saying, Ted, but I get what Leonard is saying. However, it's not that easy, Leonard, when you are the mayor of New York City who has to get White House security clearances. Every mayor of New York City has to get White House security clearances. You do kind of do have to go to the White House and go so that you can get those fucking clearances, which then means you're probably going to have a meeting with the president. So it's not as cut and dry as Charlamagne is making it. In my estimation, I think the press conference with I do believe he should have been, Zohran should have kept, when the woman asked him the question, is Donald Trump a fascist, before Donald Trump even had a chance to answer, yes he is. Full stop. As a mayor, you don't have, because there are so many people above you. A mayor has to deal with the governor. They also have to deal with their own city council. They have to deal with the governor. If you're the mayor of New York City, you have to deal with the president of the United States. There's no reality, unfortunately, Leonard, where you're Zohran and you can say, I'm never going to work with the president of the United States. I can't do it. I won't do it. And because there's going to be times where you have to, and you have to because it's for the betterment of your city, your citizens, and all of those things. Oh, I know he did double down and say that he was a fascist. I just, it's a needle that you have. Politics, you have to thread needles. You do. Unfortunately, You have to thread needles. It's easy for you to pop off on a podcast, Charlamagne the God, because you ain't responsible for nobody. But when you're in fucking in office and you have to start to thread the needle, you got to understand that the rubber is now hitting the pavement, and your actions don't just affect you as an individual, or in this case, it doesn't just affect a small group of individuals. Your actions can literally affect millions of people. So, hey, Catherine Powell. So now I agree with Zoran. I think too many times President Biden tried to make it like Donald John coming into the White House was normal. The Democrats were trying to, cloak this in some form of normalcy with this president. And I believe that you shouldn't have made anything about him coming back into the office normal. Am I coming to shake your hand into the White House? Hell no, bitch, fuck you and fuck your life. Figure it out on your own. Because Biden didn't know that bitch shit. Biden had an axe to grind because the man was trying to put Biden's son in jail. But baby, listen. Now I thought Biden and the Democratic Party was way too chummy with this man the second go round. I'm not doing this with you, Xavier. Oh man. I teased this earlier a few weeks back about this new strain of Mpox. Well, and my people across the pond, you should be nervous because now they're saying that health officials in England have identified a newly evolved strain of Mpox in a person who recently returned from traveling in Asia. The rare recombinant version of the virus blends two major global strains. Genomic testing by the UK Health Security Agency found that the new virus variant contains genetic elements from the Clade IB, which has been linked to more severe illnesses, and the Clade 2B, the Clade 1B, and then the Clade 2B, the strain responsible for the 2022 global outbreak. The virus does not yet have a formal name, and officials say they are still assessing its public health significance. So this is a brand new Mpox strain, and they ain't even named it yet. And if it's already, we don't even know how many people he's been in contact with over down to the England, and whether or not they've been in contact with people who have already flown back to their native countries. That could be here in America or whatever, baby. But y'all don't want no vaccines. Okay. It's time for, I just wanted to let y'all know that. It's time for our video breakdowns of the day. I have 5 of them because I knew we had a light dossier. So I had 5 for us to talk about. I got my Mpox vaccines because I'm not playing with you people. Not they don't like to wash. I'd love for your president to get the Mpox. That would be so beautiful. Let's go to, it's a lot of meat in this it's a lot of meat in our video breakdown segment today. Here's the first video.
Would you for $100 million?
I can't do that, bro. A bag is nice, but at what cost? Your family gonna know how you got it. Your friends gonna know how you got it.
You're worried about your family finding out how you got that $100 million? I'd be worried about my family finding out I turned down $100 million. $100 million. I'd write a book about it with my face on the cover like this. I'd record it. High def, ASMR microphone. I'd narrate the video. Go on a national book video tour, whatever. $100 million? It's not a question of if I would say yes for $100 million done. That's an immediate yes. The question is how low would I have to go to like 50 million? Yes, immediate. Yes. Do you have any idea how much money that is? 10 million? Yeah, that's going to be a pretty quick yes. 1 million? I mean, it's probably a yes too. $500,000? $500,000. That's where the stipulations come in. Do I get to choose the penis? Right? Is there going to be eye contact involved? How long will this go on for? None of these are deal breakers. Yes, and anyone who says no, you're just being selfish. 100 million. You wouldn't suck a dick to buy your mom a house? You wouldn't suck a dick to pay off a struggling single mother's medical bills? You could build a community garden, and every carrot and squash grown would be a reminder of the sacrifice you made for that community. How dare you say no, sir? How dare you?
I mean, I think my skills are worth $100 million. But, Harold, hey, Harold, and Xavier have been known to suck a dick for free. Uncle Jay, we know Uncle Jay is around there slobbing knobs and not getting a dime. Look at Uncle Jay. See what I'm saying? First of all, I ain't gonna hold you. Hold on. Let me start it and pause it.
Would you for $100 million?
I can't do it.
Dude looked like somebody who already sucked dick. Can I just put that out there? Like, dude already looked like he was slobbing a knob earlier that day. Bruh, we don't buy it. A bitch can offer you 100 pennies and you slobbing a knob. Girl, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Bruh. I don't know. But there's enough antiseptic and stuff that I can wash my mouth out with. The dentist got the prescription level stuff that I could be done washing my mouth out with. I ain't got no worries about it. I'm just saying, I ain't got no worries. Here's the second video.
So, Bob, let me ask you a question.
Shoot.
Would you rather have 10 guys jump you or 10 inches put in you? I know it's a hard one.
Are they black?
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be
black. The guy fucking me black too?
Yep.
So it's going to hurt either way.
I say 10 inches.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I did say 10 inches.
Man. I don't know. They're both going to hurt, so...
I mean, 10 inches in you is only going to last for a little bit.
Yeah, I am pretty tight.
But jumping, that's going to be on you for a couple months. I mean, mentally, the 10 inches is going to be for a couple months too. But...
that might be a lifetime.
Right, right. You might take
you
that
don't just try dick, like Rodney Carrington said.
You might take that one to the grave.
Maybe. I might have to kill everybody. That might be what pushes me over the edge,
That one might be it.
I might just start killing people.
So which one you choosing?
And then people always start with who's closest to
them. Where's my straight mafia? Where's Terrence? Where's Jason? Straight mafia. Which one are you doing? Are you taking 10 inches or are you taking a beat down by 10 black people? It did make me, it was weird that he says, are they black? Are you taking a beat down by 10 motherfuckers or are you taking 10 inches? What are you taking? Where's Terrence? Where's Jason? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm just saying. With the right amount of lube, you listen, I'll even go let you get some of the little lidocaine, Novocaine, the little stuff that they could use to, numb your asshole and stuff. Or, you could take some poppers. Terrence said the 10 inches. Oh, okay. You taking 10 inches all the time, Xavier. Don't try act like you ain't take 10 inches. Oh, I'm sorry. Tara said no, he's not taking 10 inches. Tara said, fight him. He said he could take an ass whooping. It ain't his first time. Well, I don't know if it is his first time. I'm just putting words in this man's mouth. Uncle Jay say 10 inches is light work. I don't had 10 inches before. Have. And have had bigger. Have. Don't judge me. You don't know my pain. You don't know what I've been through. Not if I get jumped and they run a train on me. That would be, you know what? Not that you want both, Xavier. I'm not doing this. Child. If you let 10 motherfuckers run a train in you, it's just like you done took 10 inches, Xavier. You over here talking about size queens, but you over here letting 10 motherfuckers roll off in you. Clearly, size is not a problem for you. Y'all see how they be trying to judge me? They don't know my pain. They don't know what I've been through. Here's the third video. I told you it's a lot of meat today.
Parents always be saying, "Oh, I've been there, done that." Nigga, you ain't never had to catfish grown ass men on Tinder. You just trying to get $100. You get something off DoorDash, having a sweet talk to them. You receiving meat pics and all that. You know what I'm saying? Your guys never been through that shit, bro. Come on, bro.
And even today, we never will. We're not going. Let me hear this again.
Parents always be saying, "Oh, I've been there, done that." Nigga, you ain't never had to catfish grown ass men on Tinder. You just trying to get $100. You get something off DoorDash, having a sweet talk to them. You receiving meat pics and all that. You know what I'm saying? Your guys never been through that shit, bro. Come on, bro.
Bitch, get a job. How about that? I'm a grown ass, gay ass man. And I'm never going on Tinder, Grinder, Sniffies, Jacked, and catfishing nobody to get $100 for nothing. He ain't trade at all. I don't buy it. Go get a fucking job. That is not trade. I don't buy it. He's not giving trade. I'm sorry. He's not giving trade. Sorry. That's why I say he ain't giving trade. Paul, Paul, you know that is not true. I'm not doing this with you, Xavier. Let's move on.
Is it safe to pick up a rabbit by its ears? No, absolutely not. It will cause them a lot of discomfort. Not only that, but it will also cause them a lot of pain. So please don't do that.
Really? I had to come on screen for this. Is this what we're doing? Is this what we're doing? Oh, my camera not even coming on. Damn stupid camera. Hold on, y'all. Is this what we're doing? Camera not even coming on. Oh well. But what happened to? I mean, why can't you just have some personality, charisma about you? Why y'all got to be showing y'all dick all over the place all the damn time? I'm just saying. What happened to the days of people coming out here and just having real talent? Bitch can't put two words together, but they dick all over the place and just want people to watch them. We see dick all the damn time. Do something else with your life. I'm just like, girl. Like, sir, why is you, sir, you talking about fucking rabbits. Why the fuck is your dick out? That's a real question, sir. That is a real Okay. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, great. I was having technical difficulties, y'all. I had to restart. What was I saying? I was saying men ain't shit. We ain't shit. We ain't shit now. We ain't never been shit. We won't ever be shit. Because why the fuck do we go all over social media and men ain't doing nothing but showing they dick? Dig, 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 dig. Dig, 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 dig. Everybody don't want to see that shit. Okay? I got Terrence and Jason and all of the rest of the straight mafia. We just want to go on social media every now and again and just look at some shit and not have to be accosted visually by your dick all over the damn place. Every time we look, dick in our face, dick in our face, dick in our face. Motherfucker, move that shit. Don't nobody want to see that shit. Lord. I can't even open up my Instagram without dick all over the fucking place. Lord, sir, put that shit away and talk about the damn rabbits. Poor rabbit over there wondering what the fuck is going on. Oh, we ain't got there yet. Lord. Right, Harold? We not with that shit. We are as pure, me, Harold, Terrence, Jason. We don't want to see that shit. We're as pure as the driven snow. I'm a whole ass straight man. I just happen to have a dick fetish, but I'm a whole ass straight man over here. Don't do me. Anyway. here's our last video breakdown.
When the domestic
You told me to
is
go
a
back to
roast
Oakland, right?
session.
Let me tell your dusty, dirty, dingy, mannequin built ass something. You don't tell me where the fuck to go. When you leave your house, you old stanky ass lady, you are in the world. So you don't tell me to go back to Oakland. You take your wrinkled pussy ass to Oakland. Get your funky mask ass to Oakland. You got a whole COVID-19 fit on with your dusty ass. You the reason why this shit is here. You got hella senior citizen spit on your motherfucking sweater telling somebody to go to Oakland. Huh?
Talking for a minute.
Huh?
Can you control your mouth for
You
1
need to
minute?
control your ass because it stink. You need to go get in the wheelchair. Get your old funky ass somebody here telling somebody to go back to
I'm 80
Oakland.
years old.
You're an okay, you act like you're 80-something years old and your age don't matter. It seems like you're racist because you see me run by and you tell a black person to go back to Oakland. So it's black people in Oakland, right? Ain't no black people in Alameda?
There's more white people who live in
All right,
Oakland
okay, well
than
get your dusty, wrinkled bag, trash face having ass up out of here then. Don't tell no black person to go back to Oakland. You can't tell me where to go, all right? I'm fucking grown.
Did y'all see what I saw? God of mercy, God of love. I just want to know if the pupils are as observant as I am. Did y'all see what I saw? I know you saw it, Paul. Paul, I know you saw it. I know you saw what I saw, Paul. Let me play the video again. Did you see what I saw? Do you see what I see?
When the domestic
You told me to
is
go
a
back to
roast
Oakland, right?
session.
Let me tell your dusty, dirty, dingy, mannequin built ass something. You don't tell me where the fuck to go. When you leave your house, you old stanky ass lady, you are in the world. So you don't tell me to go back to Oakland. You take your wrinkled pussy ass to Oakland. Get your funky mask ass to Oakland. You got a whole COVID-19 fit on with your dusty ass. You the reason why this shit is here. You got hella senior citizen spit on your motherfucking sweater telling somebody to go to Oakland. Huh?
Talking for a minute.
Huh?
Can you control your mouth for
You
1
need to
minute?
control your ass because it stink. You need to go get in the wheelchair. Get your old funky ass somebody here telling somebody to go back to
I'm 80
Oakland.
years old.
You're okay, you act like you're 80-something years old and your age don't matter. It seems like you're racist because you see me run by and you tell a black person to go back to Oakland. So it's black people in Oakland, right? Ain't no black people in Alameda?
There's more white people who live in
All right,
Oakland
okay, well
than
get your dusty, wrinkled bag, trash face having ass up out of here then. Don't tell no black person to go back to Oakland. You can't tell me where to go, all right? I'm fucking grown.
Praise God. From whom all blessings flow. Praise him, all ye creatures here below. Oh, listen. That thing was saying it needs to be free. Hey, the informed. That thing was screaming, I needs to be free. Oh, you ain't see it the first time? Baby, I saw it the first time, Paul. You know I don't miss much. I don't miss nothing. Paul. Paul, I saw it the first time. The first time I saw it, I said, oh, girl. I mean, but I'm not going to lie, Paul. When I look at a man, I look crotch first and then face. Every man I've ever looked at, I've always looked at his crotch first. It's a reflex. And I've been trying to break myself out of that. But when I look at a man, it's crotch, then face. What do you want from me? Judge your mama, don't judge me. You don't know me. You don't know my pain. You don't know what I've been through. You don't know my pain. You don't know what I've been through. Hell, don't be judging me. Let me move on. Since y'all trying to judge me, you don't know my pain. You don't know what I've been through. God, y'all see how they over there judging me? Yeah. Anyway, we start off as we belly flop out of the sugar spike segment and deeper into today's dossier. God, we start off with some unfortunate news. The man you see there, that's Jubilant Sykes, and he is a very famous opera singer, phenomenal vocalist. Well, they said they found him in his house dead, stabbed up and stuff. They said that the Grammy nominated opera singer was stabbed to death in his Los Angeles home yesterday, and his son was arrested in connection with the murder. And that's according to the police. Now, police say they responded to an assault in progress last night in his Santa Monica home after receiving a 911 call from an unidentified person. When the officers arrived, the 911 caller directed them inside the residence where they found Jubilant Sykes with, quote, critical injuries consistent with the stabbing, end of quote. He later died at the scene. Now, police said his 31-year-old son, Micah, was present inside the home and was arrested in connection with the murder. Then Micah was then booked into the LA County Jail for suspicion of murder. He's being held on $2 million bail. The Santa Monica Police Department will now turn the case over to LA prosecutors for their review to determine if criminal charges are warranted. Now, Jubilant Sykes was 71 years old, and I hated that this man had to die brutally like that. I hate that this man had to die like that. We're certainly praying for the family, his family, friends, and loved ones. I hate that he had to go live. I've listened to a lot of Jubilant Sykes over the years. Great baritone, great baritone. But I don't know if it's the son or not, but they showed unarrested him. Speaking of arrest, that's Erica Banks from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. She was arrested last night or yesterday in Brookhaven, Georgia, during a traffic stop. The stop reportedly happened on Buford Highway. According to the booking information, she was charged with possession of a Schedule II controlled substance with intent to distribute. Authorities say the vehicle she was riding in displayed a tinted tag and dealer plates. A check of the car revealed that the car had reportedly been marked stolen. During the stop, officers found several ecstasy pills in her purse and marijuana packets with the driver. This is not her first brush with the law. In August, she was arrested at Hartsfield-Jackson Airport after TSA discovered a stolen firearm in her carry-on bag. She told authorities she did not know the weapon was stolen and claimed it belonged to her security. She's been she was booked into DeKalb County Jail and later released. No bond has been publicly disclosed, and her representatives have not issued a comment. Ma'am, get your life in fucking order. Get it in order. Hey, Markel, get it in fucking order. You're a fucking pariah. You are. You're a pariah. You're a fucking pariah. They said she was the car was stolen she was in, and she had ecstasy and marijuana packets and stuff. Go with God. In our last story of the day, we way over. Is Really Be live already? Is she live? Is Really Be live already? Programming note, I will be live at 9 o'clock for the Housewives of Potomac panel. So come back around at 9 o'clock for the Housewives of Potomac panel. Okay. In our last story of the day, which is some good news, Chanel Jones has been announced as the co-host with Jenna Bush. So, hold a coat me. I can't never pronounce that lady's last name. Hoda Kotb, whatever her name is, she left the fourth hour of the Today Show, right? That was the hour where Jenna Bush was on. So Chanel Chanel Jones has now been officially announced as the co-host along with Jenna Bush Hager. We're happy to see it. You know, we're rooting for everybody black. And we're very happy to see it. So that was announced. Jenna announced the decision on air this morning. And so we're happy to see it. I don't know if she'll be starting tomorrow or in the coming weeks, but we're happy to see it. She's scheduled at 7:15 for the review channel. Okay. Okay. Well, anyway, I'm about to get out of here, y'all. I've been here, I'm over here, the Novocaine that started to wear off now so I can come on screen and not look like I'm off. But because the Novocaine has started to wear off. But listen, y'all, I'll be back tonight at 9. Okay, we'll be back tonight at 9 p.m. for the Housewives of Potomac panel with me, Medusa, and Darren Green. So y'all come back around for that if you will, sir and ma'am. That's all I got for y'all until then. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for being Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged. They're much appreciated. Listen, not let's talk some P. She said, let's talk some P. I'm not doing this with you. Anyway, let me get out of here, y'all. I love y'all. I'm finna go get me something to eat. And I'll talk to y'all next at 9 o'clock. Okay. That's all I got for y'all. Until next time, thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.